Hello, welcome back to my channel, and with this video I want to give you a very short outlook where I stand with all these simulators and where I'm planning to go in the simulation space and also on this channel. As you can see here on this background, I'm not planning to stop simulation. And I'm also not planning to kick out any of my simulators in favor of another one, namely FS 2020, which was hyped as the best thing ever happened to us simmers. And yeah, well, it is actually a very good thing, this new flight simulator. Now that it is out, now that I can see what you can do with it, I have to say it is definitely an enrichment of our hobby. But it is not the replacement for everything I've done in simulation and I plan to do in simulation. And that means, as you can see, I've decided to put in quite a bit of work. And that's one of the reasons why there won't be that much videos and streams in the next couple of weeks. Because I decided to consolidate my hardware. So I'm basically retiring my old PC on which I was running Prepared version 4. I also decided to get myself Prepared version 5 and start fresh with it on my X-Plane 11 hardware. In order to do that, I needed to get a little bit of an upgrade when it comes to disk space, because my X-Plane box was suitable with the disks for running X-Plane, but it was not suitable to add one or even two simulators, and that's exactly what I'm planning to do. I have a reasonably powerful machine that can run all three simulators reasonably well and record and stream at the same time. So yeah, I'm planning to get Prepared X-Plane and Flight Simulator 2020 onto the same box, and then produce content, live streams with all three of them, not at the same time, obviously. Why am I going for Prepared, you might wonder? Well, actually, Prepared is still a valid and I think interesting platform. There are a number of add-ons that in this form I will never, or we should never say never, but to be honest, realistically, we won't be seeing in X-Plane, and we may be seeing them in Flight Simulator 2020, at least some of them, when it comes to PMDG, for example. But others is doubtful whether or not they will ever be ported in a similar fidelity to any of the other simulators. So for me, Prepared is something that interests me as a software developer. And just to explain this for you guys, I'm not playing with these simulators. For me, this is not an entertainment. I start up a flight and then I just fly around like weekend and evening flying or things like that. I do this from time to time, but mainly I'm interested in the technology. I try to mess around a little bit with the simulator. X-Plane is fantastic when it comes to that. It's really open. It's very simple. Simple in brackets for someone like me. And you can do an awful lot of things for free. And it's easy to kind of do things in X-Plane. So that's why X-Plane is my favorite platform, and it will remain that favorite platform for a long time to come. I like the approach, and as a developer, definitely like the approach that has been taken there. X-Plane isn't perfect. Yeah, there are many things that we have in other simulators, like the other two, that we're missing, like proper clouds and weather. All this stuff that we do in order to make this look better is okay, but it's, as we say in German, it's a Krücke. So it's not really a good solution. So I'm hoping that eventually Laminar Research will see that it's great that you put in good algorithms and that you really simulate the flight models very well and all that. That's definitely important, but there are many people out there that also want the eye candy, and X-Plane is not the best when it comes to that. Talking about eye candy, Prepared isn't exactly great at that either, and I've installed Prepared version 5 now already, and I looked at the default scenery, and although they had reworked some parts of it, and assumedly they have actually updated the airports, at least the scenery stuff, the whole simulator almost doubled in size. So yeah, there seems to be more in there, but when it comes to the scenery, to the base scenery, it's just as awful as it used to be. And definitely an eyesore. I'm sorry, but when you're used to other things, it is an eyesore. But there's Orbix, and since I have invested in Orbix for a very, very long time, starting with FSX, I do have the base to improve it. So I'm obviously installing without further cost, which is the good thing here. I'm installing now my Orbix products also on Prepared version 5, and that's one of the really good things about Orbix. I'm not always a big fan of them, but in this case I am, because you never get asked for money twice when it comes to upgrading from version to version. For example, in Prepared, that was always free of cost. Basically, I bought a scenery once, or one of those global products, and you can use it from FSX to Prepared version 2 to Prepared version 3 to Prepared version 4 to Prepared version 5. That is great, and therefore Orbix, in my Prepared world, Orbix is still a very important part, because it updates the looks of the simulator scenery, of the base scenery, at the cost. Yes, it's a performance cost that you pay when you install a lot of these open land class products and things like that. But they make things look so much better. And now with this new machine, because I'm not limited that much anymore when it comes to performance compared to my old box, which is really, really, really old. Yeah, I think Orbix and Prepared, and then an assorted number of add-ons. I'm not going to install everything I have on Prepared version 5, just that stuff that I want to use. That's airplanes and some sceneries. And I'm only going to do this on demand. That means if I, for some reason, want to go to an airport that I have a scenery for, then I'm going to install it. The other thing that I'm doing, and that's now the programmer in me again, is that I'm a lot of those add-on makers still don't adhere to what Lockheed Martin has requested to do, and that is do not put stuff in the simulator folder. Only if absolutely necessary, use the add-on structure, and I can still see that an awful lot of the sceneries, older and also partly new ones, are still put in the old way, like FSX way, and they're dumped in the simulator folder. And I'm definitely working on getting all of these put into an add-on structure. It's a lot of work. And make sure that the simulator folder stays clean, and I'm using the add-on feature as it is supposed to be. Some add-ons might cause trouble here, so PMDG is one of those that I'm exploring to see if I can do this, because they install into the simulator folder, and then you have this operations center. So I need to see if I can coerce it to be somewhere else and not litter my simulation folder, but we will see if that works out. So you may ask now, and what are you going to do with Microsoft Flight Simulator? To be honest, if I wouldn't do videos and streams, I might not have even considered buying myself Flight Simulator 2020. Because when it comes to just for the eye candy and all the great features I do have that in a way, because I can use all those in X-Plane 11. I have nice add-ons that work relatively well in both simulators, X-Plane and Prepared. Why would I need FS 2020? Honestly, if it would just be me here in my little corner and I wouldn't do the kind of content that I'm doing, I might not have considered FS 2020. Then again, now that I see what it offers, it looks like a great entertainment. And the good thing is, this simulator is allowed to be used for entertainment. Prepared isn't. So Prepared will be my learning and programming and whatever platform. But FS 2020 might become, or will most likely become, the platform where I'm going to explore the world, which saves me having to build a lot of stuff in X-Plane 11, which takes a lot of time that I don't really have, in order to get you nice streams where we look at nice areas. FS 2020 promises to be the VFR simulator for me, where we can enjoy good scenery, good cloud depiction, good weather depiction, something so important. And Prepared has actually got better with this. There is now a volumetric cloud experimental thing in there, which looks really quite good. Yeah, but compared to FS 2020, I haven't got it yet. It's on the way because I'm getting the DVD solution, because downloading this is just too cumbersome. And if something goes wrong, I don't want to have to download it all over again. So I'm getting the DVD, and then I'm getting my updates being placed, which is far less downloads than having to download the whole simulator and then updating it after that. So it's going to be my VFR and, yeah, so to say, fun simulator. And we're going to probably see some streams that move from X-Plane 11, namely those where I'm showing you things like our flights in True Earth. And it's actually something that makes me wonder whether I should continue to invest in True Earth sceneries, because, again, the only reason why I'm investing in True Earth sceneries is in order to produce content from time to time with a good-looking scenery in X-Plane. I'm definitely not going to buy True Earth again for Prepared, because Prepared is not going to be that kind of platform I want use for. But I'm also thinking of potentially not buying True Earth products for X-Plane, because what's the point when I can start FS 2020, hop myself into some GA Cessna or something like that, and then have really good looking, at least in most areas on this world, good looking sceneries which are just fun to fly and fly VFR and explore and look at. So potentially this is going to be the future when I do an ad location, or when I do those kind of streams and videos where I'm exploring some area. It's most likely going to be MS Flight Simulator, maybe sometimes X-Plane 11. So that's basically it. Let's not throw this out too much. For me, I don't have this competition thing. It's amazing how people are focusing on one platform and forgetting everything there was, good things there were with all the other simulators. And people were talking about X-Plane is dying, Prepared is dying, FSX is, well, it's dead anyway. Let's be honest, when you get yourself Flight Simulator, what you will probably realize very quickly is it's not that fantastic, perfect simulator that everybody, or not a lot of people, have hyped it for, whereas others have damned it and put it down. It's neither the one nor the other. It's an interesting platform with an interesting, fresh aspect of how we can use a simulator. It has a bit of arcade stuff. It is definitely made for people that are not pilots, that are not planning to be learning a lot, unlike Prepared and X-Plane. So I think it's going to be I think Flight Simulator 2020 is interesting for people that haven't yet started with simulation, that find X-Plane too complicated and Prepared too expensive too. Yeah, I think there is where Flight Simulator 2020 can be of real good use. And it is something for entertainment. It's a simulator back now that has good features that I also can use for entertainment. And I can also make videos about it because I don't have to worry about licenses such as in Prepared, where I'm theoretically not allowed to do entertainment content. Yeah, so that's why when you see Prepared, but also when you see X-Plane, mostly it's some kind of either learning aspect for me, or it's like try and fly. I'm getting an add-on and I'm kind of checking it out, and that is not entertainment. But in FS 2020, I'm most likely going to do the, in brackets, fun stuff. That's it. Thank you for watching, and well, wait for what's to come there.